Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2024 Chevy Traverse. Now, there's a lot of changes for this year, including the new Z71 package, the RS, and of course you can get the LT and the LS. Before I go any further, I want to remind you to subscribe. 80% of our viewers are not subscribing, so I do appreciate the support, so make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's take a look at the front end of this vehicle. There are some major changes. First, you're going to see LED headlights on the Z71, which is this one. We're also going to drive the RS, so stay with us. We'll show you both, and we'll give you all the differences along the way. Black grille looks really nice, and of course that Z71 logo. The first ever Traverse Z71 has an off-road package. It gives it a rise of about 1.2 inches. You're also going to see the LED headlight and this very cool Z71 logo. Also further down, these are two tow hooks in the front that are red. I really like these. And in addition to that, they actually work. They're not just there for looks. So they've really thought about making this vehicle very functional. Underneath the vehicle, there are two skid plates, aluminum in the front and steel in the back. All-wheel drive is standard on this vehicle, and there are unique dampeners with hydraulic rebound that are designed for off-road capability. This is not for Moab. This is not for rock crawling. This is meant for light off-roading. The Z71 rides on an 18-inch alloy wheel with all-season Goodyear tires. The RS, however, rides on 22-inch black wheels, and they're pretty cool. Some additional details on the Z71. The black wheel arches, really nice. The black roof rails and the black trim that is around the windows. Privacy glass as well. And even that Traverse logo, that's black as well. Matte black underneath. There are 8 exterior colors. 3 of them are new, including this one, which is Harvest Brown. There are 2 interior colors, but that's only in the lower trim levels. The Z71 and the RS only come with black. The RS has a leather interior. This has a non-leather interior, or a pleather interior as I would call it. Okay, let's go further back. We've got this new design here, really cool. Privacy glass for that third row. The wheel arches again, and coming around to the back, the Chevy Traverse comes standard with AutoSense. That means if you have the key fob in your pocket and you're within 2 to 3 feet of the back of the car, it'll make a tone, which I don't have it set up for this now, and the hatch will automatically open, which is great when you have a child on your hip or a bunch of things in your arm. Really nice to have this instead of kicking your foot underneath. So they've thought about some new technologies here as well. Across the back, you've got your third brake light integrated into the upper wing. And unfortunately, this wiper blade is not tucked up underneath, which I think would be a nice thing because GM's the one that started doing this. I'm surprised they didn't do that. These wiper blades do get expensive and they do get damaged with the weather, especially ice scrapers and such. So I prefer it being tucked underneath. Maybe they'll make some changes when they hear us talking about it. LED integrated taillights across the back. Black is the detail that is on the Z71, but we'll show you the RS and the other trim levels as you go through this review so you can see some of the other looks. So those of you that are kind of going, that's not a Z71, this is a Z71. We're going to drive the RS as well. Black details here for the Traverse all-wheel drive. That's the only way it comes, and that Z71 here, and the Class 3 is covered in back. Also standard on every single Traverse, dual quad exhaust, which I really like. And of course that engine is standard across as well. Under the hood of the Chevy Traverse is one engine, the 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, which is completely new, and it delivers 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque. That's 60 more than the previous generation, as well as better fuel economy, backed by a new 8-speed automatic transmission, available all-wheel drive, which is standard on the Z71. It's more responsive with that new twin-scroll turbocharged engine, 21 miles to the gallon with the all-wheel drive combined, and 23 miles to the gallon combined for the front-wheel drive. Start-stop technology is standard, but you can shut it off with a simple push of a button. Maximum towing capacity is 5,000 pounds, and that comes when you buy the towing package, which includes a Class 3 hitch. There are 2 additional drive modes with the Z71, and we'll take both the RS and the Z71 for a drive. Our Z71 has 3-stage heated seats and a heated steering wheel. There's no ventilated seats offered on this vehicle. The car seats 7 or 8 people. The seats are really comfortable. This is not leather seating, but I have to say I'm really impressed with the comfort of these seats. Second row has easy access to get to the second row. In the RS trim, you can press a button, it opens quickly, and then you've got your third row seating, which is a little tight. But if you want a bigger vehicle, you want to look at the Chevy Suburban. Access to the third row is as simple as pulling the latch, seats fold forward, and then you can access the third row. This is power on the RS model only. Otherwise, all models have this really easy access, which makes it easier to get kids in back. The new Chevy Traverse has 98 cubic feet of storage. That is a lot, and it's the largest in the category. Underneath this cover has some secret storage, really good for when you go to a restaurant, you want to hide your backpack and your belongings nice and deep. Below those little knobs right here, your spare tire sits, and it's nicely hidden in case you need it. In the RS model, there is auto folding third row seats. Otherwise, there are manual straps. You just pull the straps and put the headrests back up. So there's a lot of changes on the interior of the Traverse. First, this 17.7-inch screen, huge screen. All of the controls are nice. This is all Google based. It used to be different. Now it's got Google Assist. It has Alexa. It also has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto standard. Right there, easy to connect. You've got your cameras here, which I really like. A round view camera. You can do an overhead camera. So visibility on this is great in the front as well. And you can also do the sides. And if you got the towing package in the tow haul mode, you can also have the trailer connections here. Everything on trailer towing, they set you through a whole checklist so that you don't make any mistakes, because people do. They're not great at this. Auto park assist, really helpful in a large vehicle this size, just to help you get in those parking spots. Wi-Fi hotspot is also here. Waze and all the rest of the apps that you have on your phone, they're going to connect. Some of them are here standard. My Chevy, phone, maps, all this is here. It's all Google-based maps, so it's really easy to use. And all these different things, you can pair your phones. This is called, they call the snack bar up here. You can pick what you want. Really like that. Remember, OnStar is standard on all General Motors vehicles. It is the best system as far as connection and needing help. That is what you want. Volume button, excellent. The one thing that Javier and I said in the drive, you'll see coming up, is this on-off button is right up there. It hides. And what it is, when you go to hit the dial for the volume, you could accidentally hit that and shut the whole screen off. You'll get used to it. I mean, it's one of those things that you just get used to. Safety features can be turned on and off by a tap of an icon. You can put different icons in here as well. All of your climate controls for your seating and so forth right there. Your heating is right there. There is no ventilated seating on this vehicle. Further down, I really love the red that's in this detail here. Just super cool. It's in the doors. It looks very sporty. I think that's one major plus. It doesn't have to be carbon fiber. It doesn't have to be leather, but having it this type of material is really cool. I wish you could pick colors. That would be really cool. So if General Motors, you're listening, let us pick the color of the interior. That would be super cool. Ventilation, climate control here, wireless charging, USB-A, USB-C, as well as a regular outlet here for a radar detector, cup holders, more storage with a door to hide it. Here you've got your center console, inside a tray, which is nice, and then below that, huge lit glove box. Very nice, lots of storage. And behind that, you've got two cup holders. So you bring all of your liquids with you for you and the second row. As far as in front of you, you've got an 11-inch screen, which is really nice. It's digital, it's customizable. You can pick what you want on there. You've got your usual controls as you would expect, but Super Cruise is standard. I was really surprised. This is Super Cruise, that glossy thing you see here. One thing that's new is the shifter. So now you push it forward for drive, for reverse, and of course you get your cameras, and park is here on the end. So much like a Mercedes, they've moved it to the shifter there. This is tracking your eyes, if you're wondering what that is. And that's to make sure you're paying attention on the road. And then of course you've got all of your wipers here and your lighting and so forth. On the left side, you've got your drive modes. They've moved it over here, and also the parking brake, which is kind of interesting. So you've got different drive modes here. That's for trailer towing. If you press that, you're going to go into your trailer tow mode like we just showed you before. But in addition to that, you also can go into normal, sport, off-road, which is only on the Z71, terrain, which is also only on the Z71, but otherwise you get the other three. So there are 5 total drive modes. All your information, everything you need is here about the different drive modes, which is really nice. Just explains everything. Hill descent on the off-road, all of that is there. The all-wheel drive button, when you press that, will get you into all-wheel drive. So you got auto off here, as well as your dimmer switch.
We're here to drive that 24, which is kind of odd because we're already at the end of April.
And anyway, we're driving 25s. We're starting to see 26s.
So don't get confused with the calendar.
Yeah.
But anyway, 24 Chevrolet Traverse. And this is what do you call this? Because it has 3 rows.
This would be a mid-size
Mid-size
SUV. This is big. The largest cargo capacity of any of the
I
SUVs
know.
in the category.
So when you fold all the third row, you have like I think
98.
98 cubic feet.
That's
You
big.
can-
That's almost like you're
Yeah.
getting to suburban sizes.
Yeah, you can live there. So the big change for this year, for this model, is a 4-cylinder,
One engine.
one engine for all of them. Here is about to pothole. Woo, off-roading.
All right, so well, it's a 1.2 inches taller.
Yeah.
It's got hill descent, 2 additional terrain mode, and an off-road mode.
Yeah.
And it's got skid plates.
skid plates and special wheels, 19-inch
Right.
off-road, which is, I mean, I think this is as much fun as we want to make of the off-road label.
Right.
This is what 99% of people will do with a Land Cruiser.
Right, but soccer fields.
Exactly.
You want to go out to a
Yeah.
piece of land you're looking at,
Exactly.
a construction site, check on your
Nobody's gonna
workers.
do Moab or the
No, it's-
Rubicon Trail or
No,
anything
it's not
crazy
meant
like
for that. There's other vehicles for that, but this is really designed for people that want to go camping. Off-road. Okay, this is what they're calling off-road.
And,
This
again,
will have everything engaged, different dampening. It's not a magnetic ride. I
wow,
did
this
ask.
is really, really amazing. Because, again, this is not super extreme, but again, it's not a paved road.
Right.
And we're
You're running out to
barely
the
moving.
soccer field to pick up your kid and
Yeah,
you're
we're-
late.
We're barely moving. Like, it's like, I mean, it's super smooth, I think.
It's absorbing all the
Yeah.
undulations in the road because obviously there's no road. It's just dirt.
Yeah, wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, bigger brakes and everything. I think they did a nice job redesigning this. Let's see what the backup camera looks like. Now, all of the shifting is now done on the stock. So you can see it's got a nice backup camera. It's got a standard. It's got overhead. It's got side visibility. You even have a hitch for visibility. All of this is now standard, which I think that's the kind of thing people want. They want it easy. Don't make it
I know.
complicated to access lane departure. And just make it simple. And I think
So very
General
few
Motors
models
has really
besides
stepped
that,
this up.
I mean, there's pretty much nothing. This is the AC controls.
well, you want the climate
That's it.
separate.
Yeah, but exactly. But that's it. You don't have anything else.
Right.
You
Wireless
have
charging.
you have a volume button.
Yes.
Which is good.
Thank goodness for the volume button.
So yeah, I think they've done a great job. And again, this is the most extreme we're gonna be.
Right.
But it's fine. Again,
Yeah.
I think.
Or if you got
99
winter, like I live
yeah.
in Buffalo, we have winter. It's so deep and they haven't plowed the road yet. You should be able to get through anything with this.
Exactly. Recording.
All right, let's try Super Cruise.
2 miles.
So we got the cruise control on. We press the Super Cruise right here. You're going to see this right across the top. This Super Cruise is not set to 50 miles an hour. So it doesn't like me speeding. Okay. There we go. Let's see. There it goes. Cruise control. Cruise braking on. Adaptive cruise control set. And there it is. This is cool because you get green on the steering wheel. You get all the information here in front of you. I'm still looking at the steering wheel. I'm looking down the road. I can talk to Javier, but the whole idea is that this can make the stress go down. I want to have something to drink. I've got to, I don't know, scratch my head. You can do all that stuff, but the idea is you're still paying attention to the road. You're still ready to grab the wheel at any time. You can still use it as a regular cruise control if you want to go faster. There, I just said faster. If you want to change lanes, you put on the turn signal, it'll use a lot of different things, especially on a highway. That's where the turn signal really does its thing, but you don't have to hover over the brake or hover over the gas or hover over the wheel. You can relax. It's pretty cool, and it actually works, and I think that's one of the most important things. It's one of the best systems on the market. Wow. That-
on its own?
Yeah.
Holy
That
crap.
was a safety engagement.
You wanna do it again? You wanna do like for a video?
I have the video running.
Oh, okay.
I had the video running,
Oh,
but
okay.
it didn't show that. It just suddenly went boom. So what we just experienced is Javier was filming me coming to him so
Yeah.
he could get the logo, and it engaged immediately saying there's a pedestrian there, don't hit it. So that's part of the safety features.
That's actually a really good demonstration. We weren't intended to do it, so we weren't expecting it, but
Yeah, I
it
really didn't. I was
worked.
going really slow too.
Yeah.
It was like wham. So we know that it works. So that's really
And
good.
it works backwards too. I have experienced that one.
Yeah. Well,
while
that's what,
parking.
or they've been doing that for a long time with this
Yeah,
forward
no,
warning.
exactly. Yeah, this one was really
And it's
good.
because the hood is so high that you could easily hit a child or an animal and not know. I think
Yeah.
that's what GM's really focusing on, giving standard safety. So everything is standard. They give us a list that's so long, I could probably read it. The standard safety
that's
list.
while I'm driving here at
Oh,
40 miles
well,
an hour.
you get the Chevy Standard Safety Assist, which is rear cross traffic alert. It's got forward collision warning, and they've got all these statistics that they had done with the University of Michigan to show how much safer this vehicle is versus not having it, right? So you get the blind spot steering assist, the HD surround view camera, that digital
A little bump.
bump. Let's see. That's pretty
That's
good.
right, yeah.
That's pretty good. The backup camera is an camera, but GM's developed that. Of course, you got OnStar, which I am a big fan of. And I think that, you get a taste of it to begin with when you buy the car, but then you can sign up for it afterwards. Traffic sign recognition, you've got automatic emergency braking, side bicycle assist, rear pedestrian alert.
That's when, like a blind spot for the bicycle.
Oh my gosh, it's so easy to miss these guys, and they hang out in your blind spot. You don't know that. They don't know it. Also, the safety alert, they have the teen driver and the buckle to drive. And that's really good for new drivers because they fail to do that.
But basically, the transmission doesn't engage if you're not buckling.
And it should be that way anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm about safety.
So
And this vehicle
again,
is too. So let's drive the RS. It's a little different. We've done the Super Cruise. We showed you that in the Z71. Works the same.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go out and see how this is different. Wow, did you feel that car like resettle? Wow. So
Hopefully
all,
you don't see
all
anybody else
these
standing in the middle of the road anymore.
Well, it's interesting because that was all part of the safety systems, and it proves that it works. Not that we didn't think it didn't work. If you're going to tell me something is an RS, meaning rally sport, that's what RS stands for, then the first thing you want to do is make sure that it has something sporty besides the interior. One of the things I recommended to the GM designers was this red is really cool, but if they did Chevy blue, that would be awesome. There's also, by the way, on the steering wheel on the right side, just like there is on the Honda, there is you can change the pages of what you're looking at in front of you. You can have the Google Maps in front of you. You can have all your safety features just by stepping through. Personally, I like the information I need, so it's right here. So all of this is really easy to use. If you've owned a GM car before, you have to take the Traverse for a drive. I really am impressed with the new safety feature. I think the vehicle is great.
Generally,
It's great. This is a GM vehicle, and I'm thankfully they got rid of that square hub that used to be in front of you that really designated the fact that it was a General Motors product. That's gone.
Yeah.
And so all those GM sort of like things that you may have thought, oh, that's a GM car, is gone. And they've really made it sleek and smooth and modern, and I'm really impressed with the screen. I think this is what you're going to see is a lot larger screens. It's a new trend. We saw it in the Santa Fe.
Yeah.
We saw it on the Lincoln. When you and I,
the Nautilis all the way.
yeah, you and I
around.
did the Nautilus. That was huge screen. So I think they did a nice job. There's been times in the past I've said, the Traverse versus the competition, because you got Explorer in there too, a new Explorer for $25.
The Honda Pilot is more or less in this segment.
Right, absolutely.
The
small
Nissan
third row. I call it
Pathfinder.
a small third row
exactly.
SUV.
Yeah. The emergency third row.
The emergency third row. Yeah, when you got someone like, we're just going to dinner, get in the back.
Yeah.
The 2024 Chevy Traverse starts at $37,600 if you get the RS with the all-wheel drive fully loaded, the only way I would order it because I really like this vehicle with all of the sportiness. Of course, you might want the Z71 with the off-road, maxed out at $56,200. There are some pros and cons to the Chevy Traverse. On the plus side, I really like that Z71 trim. It was a nice addition, then making that RS stand out even sharper with those 22-inch wheels is a big plus. Good in-cabin tech. Love the new big screens. A massive improvement. I love the design of the red in the dashboard, although I wish I had it in a blue and maybe another color. I did suggest that to the designers. Good standard safety, which is really impressive because some of the other manufacturers, they charge up for safety. All standard with the Chevy Safety Suite, which I really appreciate. Also available Super Cruise. Super Cruise works. There's 750,000 miles of Super Cruise roads. We were able to test some of that. Of course, you still have to pay attention to the road, and they tell you that when you purchase it as well. On the negative side, I wish that the passenger seat was not manual and there was at least lumbar or a power seat on some of the other trim levels other than the RS. Light interior colors would be a nice choice if you live in like Florida in the southern part of the country. Having something other than black, maybe a light gray or a camel color might be an option as well, but we may see some additions coming in the near future. And the one last thing, which is not really important to me, but it might be important to you, is that there is no head-up display available. The competitor list is long. The Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade, which is their main direct competitors, the sister car, the GMC Acadia, the Honda Pilot, the Ford Explorer, the Nissan Pathfinder, and the Toyota Grand Highlander are just some of the vehicles. There's a lot of other competitors that sort of cross over here because if you want a third row SUV, there's a lot of choices out there. Now, I'm sure you have some additional questions about the Chevy Traverse. Put them down below. Let's start the conversation. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link is down below, or stay a moment longer and we'll give you a way to save some money on your cell phone plan. We appreciate your likes, your shares, as well as your comments. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you for watching. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.